Now turning to that impending winter storm, Chief Meteorologist Jay Cardosi has been tracking the snow, sleet, and ice and joins us now with a check of the forecast. Hey, Jay.
Okay, Alexis, thanks so very much. Yeah, hey, this is going to be a big winter storm. This is going to be one of the bigger winter storms we've seen in several years. It's on our doorstep. It is pegged to arrive tomorrow morning, as snowflakes should be flying anywhere from about 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and that snow is really going to pick up in a hurry. Winter storm warnings have been issued already. It's quiet out there right now. 28 degrees, plenty of cold air for snow and ice. The humidity 48%. Thank goodness the wind is light, at least now, but I think that will be picking up as the storm approaches. Right now the feel like is down to 24. Okay, once again, there's your winter storm warning. This goes into effect very late tonight and will stay in effect throughout the day tomorrow, on into tomorrow night, and for much of Monday. For snow, for sleet, freezing rain, and good old-fashioned rain, especially the farther south you go. I think some rain will mix into our southern communities tomorrow night. This is going to be a multifaceted storm system. We're talking snow tomorrow. We're talking sleet and freezing rain late day and tomorrow night, and then more snow to wrap up the storm on Monday. Here it is right now, the center of the circulation right around Denver. That's the upper level core of low pressure that will continue to move steadily eastbound. Already precipitation really becoming quite widespread in portions of Kansas as well as Nebraska, Missouri, and that's what's moving in our direction. So let's talk about it. Here is your futurecast. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., we wake up cloudy. Could be a few flurries, but look at the snow, not too far away. Well, that swallows up the entire viewing area between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. And once it starts to fall, it's going to accumulate pretty rapidly. The ground is now cold, and this snow is going to be falling moderate to heavy for several hours with this first batch tomorrow morning through the early and mid-afternoon hours. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, notice still checking in with the moderate to heavy snowfall across a good chunk of the viewing area. We're getting a changeover happening around midday or shortly thereafter from snow to sleet and freezing rain. That's the pink or the purple zone, and that'll make its way steadily northward later tomorrow, mid to late afternoon. I'm thinking anywhere from 2 to 4 o'clock, we should see a changeover from the snow to sleet. We could pick up several hours of sleet tomorrow, mid to late afternoon, and that sleet may pile up on top of the snow an inch or two. How about that? And the farther south you go, there's going to be enough warm air in the upper atmosphere that we'll start to see some freezing rain as well. So this thing it's got it all. Snow, sleet, freezing rain, and this is tomorrow mid-evening. Even some heavy rain mixing in downstate Kentucky. This would actually be a good thing for our friends off to the south, because that would tend to wash away any snow and ice that does accumulate tomorrow and tomorrow afternoon. But notice the pink shading or the purple shading across southern Indiana through the metro, off south to near the parkways. That is likely some pretty hefty freezing rain with snow and sleet the farther north you go. I do think we'll see a lull in the action after midnight tomorrow night into early Monday, but it won't stick around as the actual upper level low swings through here. Monday, it looks like more snow. Light to moderate snow will develop for several hours with more accumulation. And then finally, it'll all come to an end. All right, so here's tomorrow morning. Once again, we are expecting snow pretty much everywhere. Around midday, we'll start to see a transition to sleet and freezing rain south of the Hardinsburg to Lebanon line, and that'll make steady progress off to the north-northeast to near the Ohio River by mid-afternoon, and it will continue to push northward slowly as we move into late tomorrow. Matter of fact, tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, I think much of the viewing area will likely see mainly sleet and freezing rain for several hours, and it's tomorrow evening. Some of this freezing rain, gang, could be quite heavy. Again, there's that change over to good old-fashioned rain for several hours later tomorrow night, and let's hope this does happen, because again, that will alleviate some of the icing that will be occurring, especially south of the metro. And then here's Monday. With the colder air and the upper level low, well, we have more snow with additional accumulations likely. Okay, this is the total snow accumulation for this entire system. In other words, this takes into account tomorrow and again Monday. 5 to 10 inches of snow expected from about I-64, the metro, and points off to the north. Matter of fact, our far northern communities wouldn't be a bit surprised to see in excess of a foot of snow. As you track off to the south, still decent snow and sleet tallies, 2 to 5 inches down to near the parkways and down to near Lebanon. And then south of there, enough warm air that the snowfall will be tapering off in a hurry, if you will, basically up to 2 inches in our far southern communities. That's the snow. The freezing rain or the icing, we have that potential as well. Much of this comes late tomorrow and tomorrow evening. Could see a 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of icing. We're talking tree limbs, power lines. Add to that the wind that starts to blow as this storm moves through. So there's at least a threat that we could see some power outages later tomorrow night and also into Monday if we do in fact see a 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of ice. And it looks like that could happen near the I-64 corridor either side, with lighter tallies the farther north and the farther south you go. So yeah, Alexis, this is a big storm due to arrive tomorrow morning. It's going to be coming down, the snow will, for several hours. It's going to be coming down heavily. Road conditions will really go downhill in a hurry, and we're expecting slick and hazardous roads even into tomorrow night and Monday. Okay, once the storm moves out, whatever is on the ground is going to stick around for a while because it is going to get cold, bitterly cold. We'll talk more about that on the 7-day. And oh yeah, after this storm, another one is possible later next week on Friday.